I can hear your heart on the radio. Beats, they're playing chasing cars, and I thought of us. Back to the time you were lying next to me. I looked across and fell in love. And so I took your hand back through landed streets and knew everything led back to you. So can you see the stars over Amsterdam? Hear the song my heart is beating to. So open your eyes and see the way our horizons meet. Don't look, the lights will lead.
Thank you. So I hope you all enjoy the video and you could know that we can know what is actually mind education is about, right? So here is an announcement. I request every one of you to please turn on your video so that to give respect to one another. So let's all on our video. Yeah, thank you. Yes, so from here I will just want to give my introduction. My name is Dr. Caroline and I'm also the Vice President of KYA, that is Karnataka Youth Association. So here we are doing lots of this mind education program, and mainly why we do this mind education program is you can also know from the video when you watch the video that what types of problems we are helping through this mind education. Many people falls into depression, relationship problems, and addiction problems. So there are varieties of problems in this world. So through these mind education programs, we could help many people, the youth, children, and even the different types of professions. So we are helping each and everybody through over the world through this mind education. And we are working all over the world in 95 countries right now. And here in Karnataka, we collaborate with IMEI and we work together in Karnataka. So last year also we could see many people could have received the hope through listening this mind education. As you all know, from last year, this pandemic, these problems happened. So with that, many people fall into depression, and many people lost their life, their loved ones, their near ones. So that gives them lots of problems. And not only that, coronavirus, even the family relationship problems now, even in the school, college, everywhere, every job, we could see the problems. So that is why we work together, we brought this mind education program to Karnataka. And today, I welcome you all on behalf of Karnataka Youth Association. Thank you so much for joining this program with us today. So I hope you will have a good time today and you will know more about what is mind education through listening the mind lecture. Okay, so thank you so much. And once again, here we want to show you one dance. That is a cultural dance. So let's all watch together this cultural dance.
Recording in progress.
बोलो कब अधिकार करोगे बोलो कब अधिकार करोगे बोलो कब अधिकार करोगे वो जाती है जब पर जब छूट रहा है कांचा पर आई सी बोलो बोलो बोलो
ये सहरा बांध के मैं तो आया रे डोली बारात भी साथ में मैं तो लाया रे ये सहरा बांध के मैं तो आया रे डोली बारात भी साथ में मैं तो लाया रे अब तो ना होता है एक रोज
I get full form, full form.
झमाझम नाच आजे धमाधम ढोल बाजे नॉन स्टॉप हल्ला मचेगा ओए नाचो सारे पापा पापा पीपनी पे आजा नया स्टेप सीखे नॉन स्टॉप हल्ला मचेगा ओए नाचो सारे अपनी फेमस है रात वाली यारियां जाने सारा जहां बेथलपुरमा सुन ले ओ छोरिया झूमे नगरिया जब जब ये घूमे कमरी यार तारी कमरी यार तारी कमरी यार बेथलपुरमा सुन ले ओ छोरिया झूमे नगरिया जब जब ये घूमे कमरी यार तारी कमरी यार तारी कमरी यार सुअच
ये चला भी रैप पकड़ ले
सूरत से सीधा अहमदाबाद आया खेलने के लिए संग डांडिया भी लाया What is your name? पहली नजर में हो गया है तुमसे प्रेम आज रात एक बार हाथों में लेके हाथ थाम लूं कमरिया तेरी डांस करूं तेरे साथ जिसको है नाचना वो फ्लोर पे आ जाए जिसका जो पसंदीदा स्टेप करके वो दिखाए हेलो
सोनी दो जागो जवान लाल कमरिया लाल कमरिया लाल
very beautiful, right? Colorful and mixed culture is very beautiful. I hope you all enjoy. And yeah, these all are volunteers. We have collected from India, from different states, and we participated in World Camp. That is in 2019. In every year we have a World Camp in South Korea. So that's how our Indian volunteers, they participated, they represent our India, and they perform this cultural dance. And then we got it in second position. That's good, right? Very happy, right? Yeah, so very beautiful. And many countries they like India is because of their colorful and their happiness, brightness on their face. So yeah, so I'm very happy and proud to be an Indian here. So let's move to next. That is, as you all know, that right now because of pandemic, many people fall into fear, depression, and many family problems because of this pandemic. Many people go through very difficult situation. So today we have a special guest here, and we have invited a doctor who also is a medical doctor, and he also got a corona positive, and how he overcome his corona positive. So we will hear from him, and I call upon Dr. Sunil Kumar. He is from Orissa, in working in the Sahid Laxman Nayak Medical College and Hospital, Korapar in Orissa. So I welcome him. Let's all welcome him with a big round of applause.
Hello everybody. I'm Dr. Sunil from Odisha. I'm here to share my COVID recovery story. I'm very much thankful to Karnataka Youth Association who invited me to speak few words here. I thank the organizers and all the participants. Thank you very much. In this pandemic, COVID infection, which harassed the whole world, including India also. Now, second wave of corona is in India, and it devastating the health system of the world. Also, so many losses of life has happened. This caused a despair, hopelessness, and tragedy in all mind of all the people. In 2020, during pandemic, I was very much taking precaution not to have this pandemic, but due to somewhere I get contaminated and I was also affected by this COVID-19 virus. Myself and my wife and my two kids also are COVID positive. By grace of Lord, my wife and my two kids, they were improved their health with recovery without any serious illness. They have mild symptoms, but they recovered well. As you know, the symptoms usually are fever, dry cough, body ache, weakness, all these things. But my family member they recovered, but my condition was worsened, and I didn't improve my health, and my cough increases, and my oxygen saturation level dropped. For that reason, I went to a critical situation, and my severity was very high. So I admitted to our COVID hospital at Koraput, Odisha. There also my health condition did not improve. So I was referred to Bhubaneswar, a capital city of Odisha, where the health system is quite better. And during this pandemic, though there was no hope, there was no hope, also there is no peace. And all this time, my mentor, who is a educationalist, mind specialist, he used to boost me. Sunil, you will not die. You will win the battle. You will win over the COVID. We will win over this COVID pandemic. You will be all right very soon. That hopeful message, that positive mindset, that strong mindset which imprinted in my heart, that could lead me to tackle all these situations. Though I was critically ill and admitted to ICU for more than 2 months. On ventilator, I was more than 30 days, and it is difficult for a person to survive being admitted more than 2 months in a hospital. But due to my positive thoughts and by grace of Lord and prayers of all my family members, relatives, and my mentor, everybody, and my well-wisher, I could survive and I could sit in front of you to witness my suffering. Though this COVID is a very tragic and despair, it is also like a social stigma. The people usually they don't touch the COVID patient, don't touch the COVID dead body. But during my hospital stay, the hospital staff, the doctors, nurse, or paramedics, and attendant, all were very kind to me. They all treated me as my family member, and I could recover quickly and very nicely. I I just want to tell you that this pandemic, no doubt, a very serious fatality condition. As corona is a disease which does not have medicine. Still, the lustful heart, lustful mind, that will lead to more fatality and serious and gravity of weakness increases. So strong positive mindset and and good health and obeying the what government of India and state government rule, that can be we can be rule over this COVID-19. At last, I want to thank you very much. Though there is no specific treatment, still this strong mindset, which is an immunobooster, then this coronavirus usually affects the immune system. And the immune booster, that is strong mindset and strong heart and strong determination and hopeful for tomorrow. Without any despair and hopeless, we can win this COVID-19. So this mindset, this mind education, which gave me the chance to revive, which gave me the boosting to survive, the hopeful for my future life, which gave me the peace of mind. So I thank the organizer for giving me this opportunity to share my COVID recovery story. Thank you. Everyone, namaste.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Sunil. Yes, so here now we can come to know, right? One thing, what is that? Positive mind, strong mind. And how can we get that? How can we receive that? At this corona, this disease is, this virus is very horrible. Why it is horrible, you know? One thing, I'm very scared of one thing is that making the people isolated. Whatever you are, the position, whoever you are, doesn't matter. What position you are and whoever you are, it doesn't matter. But you have to be isolated. So that is the most scary things. I cannot stay alone. So one day staying inside a room whole day, it is really difficult. So think about it, those who get the positive and have to be isolated for many days. So they can easily fall into depression. So that is why we are here to help you out. And we could also learn from Dr. Sunil that he said that when he received the word of that hope, so that when enter into his heart, when he received that positive mind, it gave him strength. And that's how he overcome this corona. Because there is still now, nobody found out that the real cure of this, the medicine. So only now what we can do is, only this mind lecture can help us, right? So we are very positive today. That is why we have invited very special guests. So I will introduce that later on. So please, and one more announcement. Everybody, please, I request you all to on your camera so that we can, through this, yeah, when I see your faces, I can see you who you are, and I can see your happiness. If you don't on your camera, I think they are not happy yet. So this is for the positive mindset. So please open your camera. Yeah, thank you. And before going to the mind lecture, let's listen to one song that is from Hummingbirds. So let's invite the Hummingbird Choir to come and sing for us.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, but you can't find the fire, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out. Mountains, so I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, but I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, so I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. Oh, we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. We'll rise, and I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the rain, and I will rise 1,000 times again. I rise up high like the waves. I rise up in spite of the ache. I rise up and I do it 1,000 times again. I rise up high like the waves. I rise up in spite of the ache. I rise up and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you,
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, very nice song. I will listen. So now, here I want to give you one question. Can you see my background behind me? Oh, what is that? So you can see. Okay, who want to say what is that behind me? You can unmute and tell me. Yeah. Okay, I think it is not allowed to unmute. I don't know. I think so. Yeah, bear. Yes, correct. So this is white bear and black bear behind me. So they are fighting, right? You can see the fighting. So here I want to tell you a very short story. Okay. And then listen this carefully, and I will ask you what is the answer. I will give you a question. So there was an old man, and he is narrating a story to his grandchildren. So that time he said, there was a bear, black bear and a white bear. So these two bears, one day they started fighting. So what do you think? So he asked to his grandchildren, what do you think? Who will win? Is it the black bear or the white bear? So he asked that question to the grandchildren. So that answer I will tell you afterwards. So that question is for you all. When the mind lecture is finished, you have to give me that answer. Okay? Ready? Everybody got it? Okay. Thank you. And the rest also, I'm requesting again to please on your camera, video, please. Yeah, so that to give a respect to our guest speaker. Yeah, thank you. So here I would like to introduce our guest speaker for today. We have invited a very special mind specialist from South Korea. So at present, he is principal of Lincoln Middle and High School, and also a board member of IMEI, that is International Mind Education Institute in Gyeongbuk, Korea, South Korea. And he also in professional experience in many fields. That is, he is a professional. He was professional education mind lecturer, and also mind education instructor in South Korea. And also he was president of International IMEI in Germany and in Austria. So we have a very, very special guest lecture today. And he has also given as a guest lecture, he has visited many countries. That's Austria, Germany, Spain, Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia, Kenya, and Ghana, and many more countries. So I cannot read all that, because if I mention all that, I think I'm wasting most time. So let me finish up first with this. Yeah, so everybody, I hope that today, after listening to this mind lecture, you will receive that strength, the hope in your heart, and you will able to overcome whatever the problems you have. So I'm very hopeful that, and let's all welcome our guest speaker, Mr. David O. Kwon. Let's all give a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everybody. Now, this is now preparing. Yes. Can you see the pictures? Yeah. Now I want to introduce myself, and I want to give you this lesson with the title of Hope and Trust. Many people in Germany or Austria, so when I have mind lectures, and then sometimes I ask them, so if you understand, and if you can accept my idea, then many people say, aha, that's why many people told me or call me Mr. Aha. That's why I can say here, mind lecture with Mr. Aha. Okay. Yeah, this picture is the picture of Lincoln Middle and High School. Yeah, where now I am as a principal in this school. So on a not so high mountain, but deep in the forest. So we have this wonderful schools, and this is a boarding school, and almost 400 students. They are now starting here, and looks like this. And this is also one. So I want to show one video. If I enter into a classroom, this is high school boys and girls. In the beginning, they want to give one song, and every lesson I can hear their wonderful voices. So I want to share one of these.
Every single one can sing.
Yes. So I want to start with one story, which was really happened in Korea. So I named this story "The Miracle at the Dongsan Hospital." So one day, so it was almost 50 years ago, one old lady, she visited this hospital, Dongsan Hospital, and then she could meet one doctor. And then after, this doctor heard her symptom, and then, this doctor took off the fountain pen, and then he has written some prescription, and then with his sign. And then he said to this old lady, Mom, so if you get this medicine only 1 week, you will be really become healthy. And this old mom, she was so happy. And then she could, fold this prescription, this paper. And then she has brought this paper into her house. And then she started to cook this paper, this prescription paper in the water. And then she has started to boil it. And then she drink mornings, afternoon, and evening. And next day too, she drink this water. She added a little bit more water and then so boil again. And then second day, third day, fourth. After 1 week, she became really healthy. And the next week, she visited this hospital again. And then she said to this doctor, "Oh, doctor, I'm so happy and I'm so thankful. So would you give me one more medicine for 1 week more? And then you has given me last week from your gown, doctor, suit, you take off the fountain pen, like, this bottle. And then from this bottle, you gave me just a little bit, this blue color. It was like elixir. It was so wonderful. Would you give me one more elixir for next week?" And this doctor, what she means? From my fountain pen and then this elixir? He thought, I got it. This old lady, she thought this fountain was the bottle of elixir. And then this wonderful doctor gave her, this elixir. And then with this hope and trust, she went to her house and then she boiled this, elixir. And then in whole days, she thought and hoped and believed, this wonderful doctor, he gave me this wonderful elixir. Even I have taken only 2 days or 3 days, I feel I'm already healed. And this doctor said, "Oh, Mom, this elixir is so expensive. I have given you already enough elixir. That's why you don't need to come to me anymore." And then she became so happy. Sometimes, it is really happen in Korea, but sometimes it is really amazing that so many people say this is a placebo effect. Sometimes, doctors, they want to give someone better simply because they expect it to help. And So an example, this doctor, this will make you feel better. And then he can give sometimes pills or some good food or some pills or sometimes only candy. But if this patient, if he trusted this guy or doctor, and then if he think and then hope, as long as I believe, then I will become really better. So, many people say this is placebo effect. So now I want to give you one more, because now we are living in this pandemic period. I want to show you one more video clip.
In tonight's Health Watch, as the coronavirus spreads, there is a huge rush to find effective treatments.
Vaccines are a long way off, and antivirals so far have been ineffective. But Dr. Max Gomez here now to tell us about a local company that may have a treatment using cells. Doctor, this could be big.
That's right. 80% of people who get the coronavirus recover all on their own or don't even realize they're infected. What's the difference between those people and those who get deathly ill, aside from underlying illness? It's probably cells in their immune system. And here's a drug to fix that. It looks a little like a scene from a sci-fi movie. Row upon row of liquid nitrogen tanks, chilled at 330 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. What's not fiction, though, is what's frozen in the tanks. Millions of human cells that may just be the treatment for a coronavirus illness called COVID-19 that doctors have been searching for.
Not everybody who's exposed to COVID-19 gets sick. That suggests that there's something fundamental about them that makes those who get sick and those who don't get sick different. And we know that's their immune systems.
Dr. Robert Hariri is a renowned cell biologist and founder of Cellularity, a cell therapy company that has developed a source of immune cells called natural killer cells. In these labs in New Jersey, Cellularity has isolated, purified, and vastly multiplied huge numbers of natural killer cells derived from human placentas.
Natural killer cells are designed by nature in order to protect us from things like viral infections. Resident in the placenta at the end of birth are these remarkable cells that retain the ability to provide defense against viral infected cells and even cancer.
Cellularity has already been testing its natural killer cells against cancer in human trials, where they've proven to be safe and well tolerated. The company has just filed an IND, an investigational new drug application with the FDA to test them against COVID-19.
We think that in an early trial of some 50 to 100 patients, we'd be able to determine how effective this is and what we have to do to maximize effect.
Now, the FDA is obligated to respond to an IND within 30 days, but there's a good chance that this IND will be granted an accelerated review. So it's possible that these NK or natural killer cells could be tested in the sickest COVID-19 patients very soon. And wouldn't that be good news, huh?
Feel reason to be hopeful here?
It's worked, it's safe, and...
Yeah, we could see some short video clip. And then, so as we know, in our body, we have a white blood cell. And in this white blood cell, so we have NK cells, natural killer cells. So just like this old lady in Korea, she has believed and then trusted this doctor. And then, if she thought, if he gives me some medicine, if I take this medicine, I will become healthy. So, if you have this kind of idea, and then if you trust upon this person or this fact, then you can get some power and energy from it. Now, if you know exactly that, in our body, we have already this natural killer cell in our body. And sometimes, so if you get, if you're caught cold, then you will become, so you can have, fever, or you can have, cough. Then if you have this kind of symptom, fever, then you should think, now my natural killer cells, they are now fighting against antibody cells, the bacteria or viruses, some things, that enter into our body. Then these white blood cells. So when I was in Germany, I could hear Körperpolizei. Körper means body, body police. This white blood cell, this is body police. Body police is now fighting against the bacteria or viruses. That's why they can produce this kind of fever. So whenever you find or you feel, I have a little bit fever, it means, my body police, they are working now very hard. They are now fighting against all these things. Then some days later, I can become really healed. I become really well. So every time, if you find, I have a little bit headache or a little bit, this kind of fever, then, my body police, they are now working. My natural killer cells, they are now working. Now, if you hear my lecture, I can see now your faces. Your faces are, now smiling. And then you are nodding. That's why many people want to call me Mr. Aha. Sure, good. Yeah, it's really, how you are thinking now, or how you can see your situation. Dr. Diana and then Caroline said, because of this pandemic period, we feel we are isolated. But due to this pandemic, due to this coronavirus, COVID-19, now I can have a chance, this wonderful meeting with you in India, right? We are not isolated, we are connected through coronavirus, right? So our organization, so IYF Introduce Fellowship or Institute of Mind Education Institute. Yeah, in this pandemic period, we are having every day so many meetings. We can invite a person from South America, from Russia, so we don't need to pay their tickets. So we can just invite it through Zoom, and then we can have this wonderful meeting. Yeah, we should change our mind, our ideas. You are not isolated. You are connected with many people in this world. So I want to show you about a little bit, about Korea. Yeah, this is 1960, Korea, after the Korean War, Korea was the 198th poor country from 200 countries in 1960. And GNP at that time was on GDP only $60 a year. It was the picture 1960. And then now you can see now some of pictures from Korean wave, K-pop or K-drama or so BTS, some kind of things. Then you can wonder how Korea could become so rich, how Korea could overcome their poverty, through what? So now I want to show you. This is snow in Korea. In India, in your province, Karnataka, you have much snow in winter? No? Oh, you don't have any snow. If you want to see snow and if you want to touch snows, please come to Korea in winter time. And then you can see this kind of wonderful scenery. So I said, winter in Korea is really cold, sometimes minus 15 degrees, minus 20 degrees. But if you see Korean traditional houses, like this, so very natural, so wonderful harmony between nature and the house. Now I want to show you here some structure of Korean house. Here, brown color, this is wood. But here, white color here, this is paper. So it's called Hanji, Korean paper. With this Korean paper, normally in Europe or in India, your door is so thick, so almost 5 centimeter or 7 centimeter. But Korean door, from ancient days, this is Korean door. So why Korean people, in spite of cold winter, why they wanted to have this shallow, very thin door? Because even they closed the door, they wanted to get something from outside: light, sound, air, scent. So, as you know, Korea is very, very small country between big countries, large China, and east side, also big country, Japan. So Korea is a peninsula. If China became very strong, they want to go to the ocean, they had to trot peninsula Korea and then to the ocean into Japan. When Japan became very strong, if they want to expand their power to the continent, then through peninsula Korea, they would go to the continent. That's why sometimes Korea was attacked by Japan, or sometimes Korea was invaded by China. Very small country, but how could they have their own sovereignty and also their own power? 5,000 years. I can say we Korean people, we could know that we are so weak. That's why we should be connected and we should accept wonderful things from outside. That's why even we closed the door, but we were ready to accept something from outside. Now I am ready to accept wonderful thing from India. Are you also ready to accept from Pakistan or from China, from Sri Lanka? If you are already, open-minded, then you are not anymore isolated. You are not anymore alone. You become together. So if I explain like this, then many people say and ask me, oh Mr. Aha, if outside is very cold, then how can you get warmth inside of the room? Korean people were not so foolish. That's why they had a unique system. This is a floor heating system. So like this. You see here, if some place is very warm, then people, animals can gather together. Imagine if your mind very cold, not so many people want to come to you. But if you are very warm-hearted, then many people will come to you. So that's why, so this is a Korean, typical Korean room. And here, so grandma, she's now sitting with the small children. And this is a usual a picture in Korea. Big family. Grandfather, grandmother, father, mother, and the grandchildren all together. So that's why, through these things, we Korean people, we could make we culture. So in Korea, we don't say, this is my house, this is my family, this is my country. We don't say like this. We always say, instead of my house, we say our house. Instead of my family, our family. Not my country, our country. Our father, our mother. And then you don't be shocked. We don't say my wife, our wife. Can you understand this? This is not, the meaning. My wife can become the wife of another person or another neighbor. It doesn't mean like this. Our wife can, overcome many problems, and then she can arm and also accept and understand everything outside, right? Okay, that's why instead of me culture, we Korean people could develop we culture together. So we culture. I have worked 23 years in Germany and also 7 years in Austria. And in Austria and Germany, so I could have that kind of mind lecture and lessons in the high school and middle school in Austria and in Germany. One day, I could have one telephone call from a German student. She wanted me to visit her aunt in psychology hospital. When I visited her, she was 60 years old lady. When she was 30 years old, her daughter ran into the train, and then she made suicide. And this mom became really shocked. And then from that time on, she had to stay in the hospital, this cell, 14 years. And then 6 years, she was in the center with many, this patient. So one day, I has visited her, and we had started to conversation, but she was not, her mental was not okay. That's why we couldn't have a normal conversation. Only 5 minutes or 10 minutes, we couldn't have that kind of conversation. And she could hear 24 hours. So inside of herself, you should also make suicide. You should run into the train. Why you should stay? You should die. You should die. So every time she could hear that kind of sound, and that's why she was really ill. And one day I had a meeting with a doctor in this center. This Anneliese, this lady can be healed. Then she said to me, no, it's impossible. So we can just give sleeping pills, or sometimes we don't think she cannot be recovered. She cannot be healed. And in front of this doctor, I said, doctor, I believe this lady Anneliese becomes healthy. And then only 5 minutes or 10 minutes time, so we could have a conversation. And then she come into herself, and then she started to cry. When she was, 40 years old, it happened, and then her daughter died, and so on and so on. And then I could visit this lady one time in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks. And then 1 year after, so I called, the doctor, and then so I said, I want to meet Anneliese again. And this doctor said to me, oh, Anneliese is not anymore here. Because of one surgery, she went to another city. Would you give me the name of the hospital in this city? Then no, this is a privacy. That's why I cannot give you the name of the hospital. But only because this doctor said already to me the name of the city. That's why, no problem. I can call every hospital. And then, is there Anneliese Grinke? Is there Anneliese Grinke? At the second hospital, so I could hear, oh, Anneliese Grinke is here. And then I went to her room, and then she saw me and my wife, and she started to cry. Oh, Mr. Kwon, now I want to go back to my center. I want to see my friends. Then at that time, I thought, oh, this is a really wonderful chance. And then I close, I hold her, wrist, her hand very, strongly. And then just like, very, terrible voice. Anneliese, I am monster. I want to bring you into the hell. Then this Anneliese told me, oh, Mr. Kwon, oh, this is scary. Why do you say like this? Oh, please, let me be free. Then I said to her, Anneliese, until this moment, the evil spirit, monster, he is now trying to bring you to the darkness, to the destruction. How can you be free from the evil spirit? Yeah, sometimes we have also that kind of situations, some illness, sickness, problems, and also financial, stuff, problem. We are now integrated, so entangled, with all these difficult problems, and then we want to become free. Just like, this conversation with this Anneliese Grinke, when I asked her, Anneliese, how can you become free? Then Anneliese told me, I want to fight against the monster. Oh, no, Anneliese, you are so weak. You cannot overcome the evil spirit. You cannot overcome the monster. Then she said, oh, what should I do? What should I do? Oh, then I want to beg. Oh, so Mr. Monster, please let me be free, Mr. Monster. But I said to her, Anneliese, she is not, the evil spirit is not so generous, not so lovely. That's why he will not let you become free. And then Anneliese thought, oh, what should I do then? And then she said to me, the person who is stronger than monster should come and then should overcome or should destroy this evil spirit, and then he can make me free. And then she said, aha, that's why God came here to set me free, to make me free. I know now why this happened. And from that time, she could become really free. Yeah, just like I said already to you, just like, small country, Korea. Korea was so small. And even small population. Also natural resources in Korea, we don't have enough. We don't have petroleum. We don't have uranium. We don't have coffee. But now, in shipping construction, in this year, Korea, Hyundai, and so another company in Korea could get order from the world, almost 70-80% of whole shipping construction orders. And also we don't have any petroleum, but Korea could import original petroleum, and then through refinery, So we could import, export good quality, this petroleum. And we import raw coffee, and then the refine, and then we sell to another countries. So if you really accept that you are weak, you are not able, then you should think, I should be ready to accept from another. If you don't have any power to overcome COVID-19, you should think, in my body, I have already natural killer cells. I have already immune system. To make, stronger immune system, you should have a positive thinking. So if I take this medicine, I will become healthy. If I take this food, I will become healthy. If I sing a song, I will become happier. If you think like this, if you have this kind of, happy mind and positive mind, then this natural killer cell in your body will become more active. And then they can fight really against bacteria or virus and so on. But if you are thinking, so I am weak, but I should overcome all my disease. I should overcome all my problems. I should become wonderful in my society. I should become wonderful husband, wonderful wife in my family. If you emphasize on yourself, I should do, then you can have many so burden. So only because you cannot solve all these problems with your wisdom, with your own power. That's why we should be connected. And then just like, this Korean door with the paper, even you close the door, if you are ready to have a contact with your neighbor, now you can look around. And then if you say, I have some help, I need some help, would you help me? So if you are going on the street, and then if you fall down, and then you can wait 10 seconds, 20 seconds, you can find what happens. If you are strong, if a good looking, handsome guys, and everybody say, oh, he's really wonderful, then nobody won't come to you, nobody won't help you. But if you fall down, and then so your level from sea below, if you are really fall down, and then one guy, two guys, and many people will come to you and they will start to ask you, what's up? What's happened? Can I help you? So if you have high-minded, if you have, if you exalt yourself, and then if you have, this high mind, so it means you are very cold. But if you are weak, it means you are warm. You need charity. You need love. You need help. Now, please humble yourself and then please think about, I have heard Indian people, they are really good at thinking. And also, they are sitting, and then they are thinking and thinking and thinking. If you really think that, do I have a power to overcome COVID-19? Then you can have some conclusion. I don't have any power. Then I need some power from outside. Imagine the globus, the earth on which we are living. In our earth, we don't have any energy. All energy we have come from the sun. From the sun, we have light and power and energy, and through this, all plants and flowers, they can have energy from sun, and they can produce green leaves, and then all animals and mankind, they can eat from all these kind of leaves. So in our earth, we don't have energy. But you should, if you think, we are connected with the sun, with the moon, with another, bigger universe. And if you think a little bit more, your spirit, not only your body, not only your soul, but your spirit. So I believe in this world, there are two kinds of spirits: good spirit and evil spirit. If you are connected with the evil spirit, you can just produce only destruction, sadness, agony, and stress. From now on, you should say only positive words. Not so many years before, my wife, she showed me on her motor, cellular phone, she has named my son-in-law only his given name. His name is Sangyong. Sangyong. But some of her friends, why do you name, here on cellular phone, just his given name Sangyong? You should have respect, upon your son-in-law. Because we are so familiar, that's why we can say just, we can call his given name Sangyong, Sangyong. No, it is not good. Then how can I change his name? The best son-in-law in the world. And then she changed this name, the best son-in-law in the world. And then not only his name, she changed my name too, the best husband in the world. So when she calls me, ringing, and then in her cellular phone, the best husband in the world. So she started to say, first in her mind, the best son-in-law in the world. Okay, now you all guys, you can say also, the best husband in the world. Or say all together, the best husband in the world. Or the best daughter in the world. The best son in the world. The best husband in the world. The best wife in the world. If you say with your mouth, then your ear will hear first, and your brain will memorize this. The best wife in the world. she's the best wife in the world. My son-in-law, the best son-in-law in the world. And then 1 week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, in our heart, he's really the best son-in-law in the world. So if you get some cold or even coronavirus, no problem. You can think, I have natural killer cells already in my body. They are now fighting against these viruses. So even if you only imagine, if you only memorize this fact, you have already positive energy from outside. I have power. Even though I am so weak, but I can have this wonderful power, and God has already given you this wonderful energy, this wonderful power. I have already this energy. I have already this power from God. Now I can see your smiling faces. You are already healed. Okay? So every time, every difficult moment, please remember, you are not alone. If you look around, you can have many neighbors, friends, parents, relatives. They are now already to help you, to rescue you from all your problems. Not only hope, but trust this wonderful God who has given us this wonderful life, wonderful face, wonderful mind, due to his power, his energy. We can exist, we can have really happy life. So I hope all you guys, even you have this kind of disease, or you are already overcome, you could already overcome these problems from now on in your whole life. Whatever problems, what kind of troubles you may have, please remember and just trust. I have already this power from God. He's so lovely. He's so wonderful. He can do everything. He knows everything. He is your Father. He is your God. Thank you for listening.
Now I got it. I am no more. I'm not scared of anymore that isolation. I got it. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. It was a very wonderful lecture, and I hope that everybody enjoy. And now, from now on, everybody will not scare, right? The fear will not be there because we are connected from outside. As we have connected to Korea today, so through that, we could accept that, take it, accept it. Situation will not change. But once you accept that heart change, then life change. Even the situation, condition change. So today we could listen the mind lecture. It's very special. And I hope you will never forget this. Whatever the problem, situation you have, you will remember. If you remember this word today, then you can easily overcome it. And I have asked you a question before, right? So now you got an answer behind me. What is that? Now who will tell me the answer of this? The answer is already given from this lecture. The answer. You got a question, right? You understand the question? White bear and the black bear is fighting. So who will win? Black bear or the white bear? Who will give me answer? Can somebody unmute the staff? You can unmute the one who, if you want to say, you raise up your hand so that we can know and we can unmute. Okay, Swami Natha. Can some of the staff please unmute?
White one.
White. White beard?
Yeah.
Why?
White is positive, so it will overcome.
Okay, so another person, we'll listen from another person. What's her answer? Bhavani. Can you unmute Bhavani? Oh yeah.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, so what do you think the white bear and the black bear is fighting then? Which one will win?
The elder ones, the black bear, I think so, ma'am.
Black bear. Okay, here comes now fighting. Now start fighting. One say white bear, one say black bear. So again, another person. Okay. Govada.
Yes, yes, yeah, yes. Forward. The stronger one.
The stronger one. Okay, the stronger one. Now here came in between three answers. Yeah. Now we got a three answer. So anybody wants to say? Anybody wants to answer? Just give 1 second. In 1 second, if you lift up, then I will give you a chance. Okay, nobody? Yeah, nobody? Okay. Yes, now here we got three answer, right? So what do you think in this three answer again, the second question? One say white bear, one say black bear, one say the stronger. It's there in this lecture. He has already, our guest speaker has already explained very nicely. If you listen, if you accepted that, you can give the right answer. Anyone, one more? I'm giving you one more chance because our time is running out. So I'm giving you only one chance. 1 second.
Black bear, madam.
Who didn't answer yet? Yeah?
Black one.
Black one. Why do you think so?
It's already old, weak.
Okay, so we got another answer because it is older. Yeah. Okay, so everybody wants to say, right? Yeah, some people are messaging in the message. Yeah, thank you for our winners. Okay, thank you for your response. And here I want to say, yeah, this old man, I start with an old man, right? The old man asked this question to his grandchildren, a grandson. So they and the grandchildren, what did he respond? His answer also said that he said that the stronger. So, but the old man said no. Then what could be the answer? No, he said no. And what is the answer? So now I will tell you the answer. The one whom you feed more. It's not because of the color. Some people said because it's white, so it is positive. Black, so it is negative mind. But actually, the one whom you feed more. If you feed more to the white bear, then the positive mind. Yeah, the white can be positive. You can take as positive, the black as a negative mind. But the one to whom you are feeding more. So today, as we listen from the lecture, if you take it more, right, from outside, we need that connection. So if you take it from outside, that if you take it more, then the more you'll be stronger. The one who receives more will be the stronger. So, and we have in our body the natural killer. So many things he has explained. So if I tell all these things, then I'll be only keep talking. So if anybody also want to share something about today's feedback, or what did you listen, what did you get it from this this lecture, you can also share. So we'll give you a time. Yes, okay. Can the staff spotlight, please, the Govada? Sorry, I cannot pronounce properly.
Yeah, I'm Govada from India. It's really great to learn about today. We culture, call us our country, our people, our nation. So we always feel that my family, my country. And we have learned today that we culture, our family together. And it's a great word that I have learned. Our stands, our country, is a great word that I have learned today. And at the same time, whatever we boost or whatever we learn, all the ingredients that we have is a positive or whatever you thought you would become safe. We have to be the best. And also the about his son-in-law, Sandy, he said that is the best son-in-law in the world. It's really a great word that I heard from today. and I need to change those words in my cell phone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And Salma Begum, yes, ma'am, you can share.
Good evening. I could join the last part, and it was very enlightening. And the learning, which is universal and which is so true, is that we are not alone. And the great power of humanity, the great power of the Lord, and his healing touch and healing hand is always with us. We just have to have firm belief in his presence, in his help, and in his plan. And things will just happen, and things will never be difficult for any one of us if we have the faith that he is our Father and he is always thinking good for us. And this is what I have learned. Thank you so much. It was very enlightening. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, Swami Nathan.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful lecture. So today, I also learned to say that I have best wife and best children. Sometimes I complain a lot, but today also it was very enlightening. One more thing very interesting was that even though Korean people, I personally visited Korea and I also saw the old houses. Then it is a bit strange for me to see that why they use paper. So I did not ask much. But today I understood that that is to, even though the door is closed, but still you're open for noise. I mean, the sound from outside and smell from outside. You know, even though closed, Korea, they have the heart and attitude to open to outside world. That is something very interesting. And also like that you mentioned, in India, nobody will say we, our wife, like that, nobody will say. But in Korea, it is the culture is such a way that even everybody understood the meaning of it, and also it's a we culture. So I'm very great to be part of this program. I hope to see next day more coming up soon. I hope to see you incoming near future if possible. Also nice to meet you one more time. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. So, okay, anyone more? Last person? Any volunteer want to speak? Okay, so we also running out of time. So thank you so much. And here for the, not the last, but the, okay, one more person I would like to invite. Thomas, sir, can you also speak something today about